Then from there, we'll take it to Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is when we're on Facebook that we will announce. So you did finish reading the book, huh?
I did. For in 3 years, my first book in 3 years.
Beautiful, beautiful.
After Eli, I couldn't read. I didn't do anything. But
Yeah, because that is the challenge of childbearing.
yeah,
Yes, childbearing is a big, big challenge because it disorganizes you completely.
and to know that in my culture, that's what they honor most. It's only when I met you that I come to know that that
It
was
is
not.
children they honor most, huh?
Yeah, children, husband, marriage, you know, that's what my dad never asked me about. Oh, after I get married, you never had a baby, you never asked me, so how's your study? Are you going to continue? So he always about family, and that's all the honor. That's
Wow.
all the.
So how is this book to you?
Oh my, it's incredible. Are we on already? Can I
No,
start
no, no,
talking
no,
about?
no, no. We are on YouTube, but not
Okay.
yet on Facebook.
Facebook.
So we are going to wait a little bit till we come on Facebook, and then you'll be set loose. Yeah, it's like, and you've been. I think you've been looking forward to this, huh? Or not?
I won't be moving like this when we start. Yes, I've been looking forward to this. Yes, because it's like I wanted to challenge myself also to read. So because I knew I have this book review, no matter how busy my life gets, I'm like I still put time to read some pages and to read and read and read, until I finish the book. So I'm really excited.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's one of, at least going by the testimonies of people who have been reading my books, um, they think that that's one of the greatest thing that has happened to them in their lives.
I think also that this book, but Pastor Sunday, I mean, all your books need to be read in all schools in Africa. That's what I think. All your books, like we need to find a way to put them in schools in Africa, especially this book, the 70 to self-fulfillment. We need to figure out a way how to put it, especially for girl club or something in school at an earlier age, at least from 12 years old, they need to read this book.
Mm-hmm.
12, 15, like teenager years, they need to read this book. It really helps them to know who they are and and know things we worry most about. You know, it's not what we're supposed to be worrying about. You know? So
Uh,
it's
yeah, I don't know of all African countries, but at least Nigeria is priority in my own heart right
I
now.
know.
So when I go to Nigeria, I'm going to definitely lobby for that to happen, so that we could have these books in um, in Nigerian schools and universities. And
Yes.
uh, we will see.
Hmm?
I hope God will help us. I believe God will help us. But
God is with us.
yeah,
God is with
but
reading this.
concerning other countries, everybody, like you are from your country, you've got to lobby for it to become a possibility in your country,
Yes,
and then
absolutely.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Okay,
Absolutely.
let me see if we have people on Facebook already. Yes, I have thoughtful writer here. Thoughtful writer, uh, Abraham Haruna is here. Rochelle White, Flexito Francis, Innocent Magaji. Oh, by the way, Innocent Magaji, we are going to be having the second round of the atheistic discussion with him tomorrow. So uh,
Okay.
discussion with an atheist or agnostics. So then we have star like Adindu, Mashu Esong, Samson Dewan, Olufemi Oshikoya is here, Rachel Yemi Plutonic, Cordelia, Nosa Favor, Benjamin, Divine Grace. Well, welcome everybody. Okay, let me present to you what we are doing today, everybody. Today I'm having a guest, one of my very, very passionate disciples, one of my most committed followers on Facebook. And yeah, I don't know what time it is now in her place, but she's from Maryland. And so I think it should be in the morning. Is it in the morning your place still?
It's 12 p.m.
12 p.m. Okay. So this is Aicha Abdoulaye. Aicha, how could Aicha Abdoulaye be a Christian? How come? Where are you coming from? That sounds like Arabic? Tell us your story before we get to the book.
Okay. My name is Aicha Abdoulaye. I'm from Niger. I can say I'm from Africa in general because my dad from Niger is Hausa. My mom from Ivory Coast, but my dad's mom from Nigeria. She's from Ibadan. She's Yoruba. So, so I can say that I'm African. So, and yes, my name is Arabic. My dad is Muslim. My entire family is Muslim. But I become born again Christian when I.
You say your mom is from Ivory Coast?
Yes, my mom is half Ivory Coast, half Togo. Yes, my mom is mixed. Yes. So when people ask me, "What are you?"
So
from?
you have many countries in you. You have
Yes.
Niger, you have Nigeria, you have
Togo and
Ivory Coast. So why did you
Yes.
choose to? Why is it that Niger is the only country you take? Because Nigeria allows for double citizenship.
Because that's where I grew up and that's where my dad from. You know, usually in my dad culture, you go from where your dad from, not where your mom comes from. You know, so but I relate with a lot of Africans. When I go with Nigerians, people think I'm Nigerian. When I go with Ivory Coast people, they think I'm from Ivory Coast. You know, I relate with all African people. I'm African.
And then your husband is from Ghana.
My husband is from Ghana.
And then you are American citizen now. So,
yes.
So you are now you are just all of Africa to the world.
Yes, absolutely. So I became born again Christian in 2005, but actually I got introduced to Christ when I was 9 years old. I have a neighbor in Niger that was a Catholic. So when they go to Catholic, they have some things they do in Catholic church on Wednesday evening. I follow her to their church over there, but I never get a chance to go to church. But when I came to US, that's where my roommate introduced me to church. So I started going to church. So I became born again in 2007 in US. So yes, that's why my name is in the Arabic, yes.
Just a minute, I'm going to greet people from YouTube. Okay, we have Adeshola here. She's saying hi to you, by the way.
Hi, Adeshola.
Then
Welcome.
we have Babajide, we have Nike. Yeah, so okay, here we go. Now, you used to be a Muslim. That is
Yes.
when you were in Africa.
I used to be a Muslim. It's very funny because when I was in Africa and I was Muslim, I was such a headache to my parents. I was headache to my dad because when they wake me up in the morning to pray, I would never be able to. They wake you up at 5 in the morning to pray, and I would go pretend like I'm praying. I would lay down sleeping because I didn't understand why I have to do like what they were doing. But because I have to identify myself like being a Muslim, so I was just following whatever they're doing. Yes.
So Muslim to you was more cultural thing, or it was a serious thing?
It was cultural to me.
You didn't understand Islam?
I didn't really read the Quran. I never get to read the Quran, but I just know the basic things, how to pray. And also, I left home very early. I left when I was 17, so that also really helped me. So I left home.
But
early.
your dad is more a serious Muslim?
No, my dad is not a serious Muslim, but my mom is a serious Muslim. And my dad, works with a lot of white people. He's how do you call topography in English? By the way, people forgive me. I'm French speaking. I'm trying my best to speak in English, so forgive me when I can't get some words in English.
Contractor? So, he was a contractor?
So my dad is a contractor,
yeah.
and he with a big company.
Contractor.
He worked at big companies in Niger, which people were coming from France, Europe, and Australia to work with him. So he mingled most with the white people. He was Muslim, but I can say not like serious Muslim.
Let me ask you a question. Maybe you will not be able to answer this question for me, but I want you to answer it sincerely.
Yes, of course.
What do you think, and what do Muslim women think when they hear about what is written in the Quran, that when men get to heaven and they get to kill themselves, maybe through jihad, that they are going to get women as their prize, as their trophy? Is it how many women? 200 women, 99 women, or 200 women, or something?
So this to tell you that I'm really not a good Muslim. I never heard this. This is my first time in my life hearing what you just said. I know that people die. When people do jihad and they die, they think they're going to heaven. I didn't know they was going to heaven for women.
Yeah, they are going to. Yeah, in the Quran, it said, promise them that when they get to heaven, that they are going to give to every one of them who died for Allah. They are going to give them 200 virgins each.
And honestly, to show you how I didn't know the Quran, I'd never heard this. This is my first time, and I knew that when they said that when people do jihad and they die, they go to heaven. I didn't know the 200 virgin women part. So I'm just learning that now.
Yes, but also.
But personally, Pastor Sunday, I think all of that is just to bring violence. I don't think that is real. I don't believe in that.
Well, what about because I'm studying Islam right now, and soon and very soon I'm going to do a series, a program, a long series like I'm doing right now here. I'm going to do series one day about Islam. And from what I am finding out, by the time I'm through, no normal human being who uses his head should remain a Muslim.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that. Because the reason why I made up my mind completely that I can be a Muslim is all about works. It's all about what you can do to please God. You need to pray 5 times a day. You need to give some sadaqah. You need to do some things. It's all about works to please God. But how can human being ever please God by your works?
It's impossible.
And when I came and start reading the Bible and know about Jesus, it's not about work. And that's my mind was sold out. That part.
And when you read Quran, you will also discover that Muhammad also couldn't please God.
Absolutely.
If you read Quran, you discover that it's funny what I'm about to say, but it's true. You will discover that it is God that is pleasing Muhammad.
Wow.
In the Quran and in the what do they call the other one? Aicha, or the other book? Aicha. Apart from Quran, they have the other books, historical books that are recording the acts of Islam. Okay, don't worry about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so in the other ones and the Quran, what you discover is that anything that Muhammad wants, according to the book, Allah will always give them to him to make him happy. So
Oh,
even
wow.
yeah, it's just very, it's going to be a big disappointment to a lot of people to discover that Islam is like the way it is a fraud. It's a fraud actually.
I think so too. I think so too. And I know a lot of my brothers, my sisters, they're on Facebook. They may be watching it, and they know that I changed my religion. I have a concrete reason why I changed, and I have a concrete benefit, substantial things that I can point out when I become a Christian. It has changed in my life. And if I stay a Muslim, that will never change. So I'm just praying that they will come one day to the point that they will discover Jesus themselves.
The biggest challenge that I have, and I think the whole world is going to have with Islam, is not because it is. It's because most people who believe in Islam are believing in Islam not because it is true, but they are believing in Islam because it is cultural.
Absolutely.
And that is the
Absolutely.
biggest problem, because to them now, even if they see some doubts in the religion, for them to deny the religion and to deny the Christian Muslim faith is almost identical to denying themselves.
Yes, that is the complete truth, Pastor Sunday. That is the truth because I asked my brother. He lives in Germany. His wife is white woman. They have two children. I asked him. I talked with his wife is Janine. As Janine and I we talk about Jesus, talk about Bible, we talk about everything. I asked Mohammed. His name is Mohammed, my brother. He's in Germany. I said, Mohammed, why do you think it's so difficult for you to leave a Muslim culture and learn something different and discover everything for yourself instead of what dad and mom put you through? You just a Muslim. I asked him, why are you a Muslim right now? He said, because that's what mom and dad does. That's what we know. I'm like, exactly. So you have to discover something for yourself so that you can find peace, because you're just doing it because you don't want to disappoint somebody or disappoint a culture or a group of people. Why can't you find another thing that you're going to discover yourself through? And I told him that not even long ago. Yes.
I am getting myself ready. I'm getting myself very ready. I'm equipping myself.
Yeah. I kept you wait. I will invite. I have a 25 brothers and sisters. 25, Pastor Sunday. 20. My dad have a 4 wives, and he had a lot of kids. So I'm gonna invite all of them to watch it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in a hurry because I don't want to touch that topic yet so that people don't politicize it. In
Absolutely.
Nigeria, we have a lot of Muslims and very good people. And but if I begin to talk about it, first of all, I don't like the way Nigerians are handling the Christians are handling the Muslim question. The Nigerian Christians are being reactionary about it. And what they are doing is they are trying to think that all Muslims are jihadists and terrorists, and that is the wrong approach.
I actually have somebody in school that asked me that question. She asked me, why won't you change your name if you're Christian? Why you keep Aicha Abdoulaye? You sound like a terrorist name. Somebody did that to me, said that to me in school before.
Yeah, so I don't like that. It's not good to approach it that way. So I don't, right now, the Christians actually think that I am an agent for the Islamic people.
I heard that. I heard that online, but they just don't know. They don't know the truth. They don't know what you know and what you have seen.
Yes.
They know. If they can know the truth and feel the truth, like you have seen it and know it, they will understand that you are not on anybody's side, but you are God's side. And then you are not like a Christian or Muslim. You are a universal person.
Yeah, because they don't know that. Even though I know a lot of truth about Muslims, like I said, that if they know what I know, no right thinking, no right-minded Muslim will remain a Muslim anymore. But
Absolutely.
I am not in a hurry to come and reveal to them what I know, because you don't do that. You don't use knowledge to captivate people and to subjugate people under you. The only force that is capable of submitting people is the force of love, or the force of power, force, fear. But we don't use the power of force. We don't use the power of fear. So I don't want to use the power of wisdom or knowledge too to subjugate people. I don't want to subjugate anybody. I want to use the power of love to touch and appeal to people. I want love to go ahead of knowledge. I want love to go ahead of wisdom. I want love to go ahead of, so I want to wait till a time when they will be in the position to listen, when I have to express to them my love first, to convince them of my love before I will ask them to listen to me.
And I think that's absolutely great approach, because I know for sure, and I know for the little experience I have in my 32 years of life, I know that there's nothing love cannot do, because I experienced that. There's nothing, absolutely nothing love cannot do. So I truly, truly believe that would be the right approach. Yes. And I'm not just agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you because I know what love, the power of love, and what love can do to people. Yes.
All right. So what happened when you discovered DSA? You've been a Christian before, for a number of years before you discover our platform.
I discovered your platform last year, end of September 2017. That because God really wants to set me free. I can tell you, DSA, that I'm really. You know how Anastasia said that I have a daddy God, and I feel like I'm his daughter. Like God really loved me, and He wanted me, because I nearly went back to being a Muslim, and God said, "No, Aicha, you can't go back."
Because of the bad experiences in the churches.
Yes, bad experience in the churches, and it was a point where last year in September, it was end of September, where I come across your message. I think somebody shared your message, and I come across it on my Facebook page. It was about tithing, and at that moment, my husband and I, we were fighting, because I was telling him we start a business, we moved to new home, we had a baby, and we are trying to put things together. But the pressure in our church about tithing, if you don't tithe, they talk about you, they say things about you. The woman that counts the money in the church will tell other people, oh, this family don't pay tithe, or they pay this amount of money, and I'll feel so bad, and I'll come home, I'll tell my husband, even if it's your last, use it to pay the tithe, because I don't want people to talk about me, and all of that. And my husband said, Aicha, are you crazy? Are you blind? These people are brainwashing you. I'm like, no. Because my husband was Anglican before. I think his background is, because he's mixed. My husband is mixed, white with the African. So he kind of know that wasn't right what they were doing. But I didn't see it that way. I can even tell DSA that when I come across of that message on tithe, it really changed my marriage, because we were intentional. I'm like, I'm going to divorce you or leave you if you're not listening to me, because I have to do what pastor said. It's always about what pastor said, pastor vision, So when I come across that day, he wasn't home. He was in Boston somewhere. I called him. I said, Eugene, you were so right. Come see, there's somebody online from DSA. He's from Nigeria and he's African. He's African pastor. He said that tithe is not obligatory. We don't have to pay if we don't have. And he said, Aicha, I've been telling you this, all this month. I think you should listen to that man. You should listen to DSA. You should. And I'm like, oh yes, I'm gonna. And then since then, I never stopped listening to you, DSA. I never missed a show since September. I don't have time. I have to work, school, Eli, and everything. But I'm always trying to listen to your message even if I'm at work, I have earphone on my phone. I have to listen every single day. So I'm absolutely so grateful, because if it's not for you and your teaching, I would not discover Daddy God. I would not have a personal relationship with Him. I would just be a church goer. So I am incredibly grateful for you. So grateful for your teaching and what you take the step to do for African people. And I know it's not just me. There's so many people out there that were struggling. I nearly left church to become a Muslim because there was so much drama. I see people act certain way in church, and then they act different outside the church. And as soon as they're in the church, they are holy down. And like, how can the pastor cannot see that? If you're really a pastor and God speaks to you, how can you not see these things? So I'm so grateful for that part. Like, when I met you and met the platform, it completely changed my life. I am not the same person anymore. I am not the same person. I'm really grateful, yes, for that. Thank you so much.
Why did you decide to read this particular book? Is it the first book you are reading from me? And I just wonder why that particular book you're reading.
Oh, I first start with who am I and why am I here?
Yes.
And the middle, and I was talking to Julie, I think, and I was telling Julie how slow read I am, how after 3 years I haven't read a book, and Julie gave me a list of books to read, and that book was part of it. And the reason why I choose this book, because I know.
Do you have it? Do you have it physically or electronically?
I have in Kindle Unlimited on my device.
Okay, good.
Yes. So I know something about fulfillment because when I was back home, when I was 16 years old, I was forced into marriage. I was married to this rich guy. I was the fourth wife. I had everything I needed. Money.
At what age?
I was 16 and a half. Almost 17. I was 16. So
you are forced to be the fourth wife. Fourth.
Yes, fourth. And he had financially stable. It's not like my father needed money or anything, but just the fact that I was that kind of girl that they say, don't wear jeans. I wear jeans outside. Don't go out. I go out. So the fear of me getting pregnant in a Muslim culture, when you get pregnant before you get married, is such a disgrace to family. So for them, the fear of me not listening to their culture and religion things. They were scared that I'm going to bring early pregnancy at home. So I have to get married. So even if that happened, it's not a problem. But they didn't know what was waiting for them.
So how did you escape that marriage?
Oh, well, I did escape. So the first wife of the guy knew that I was so young I didn't want it. I told her that I don't want to stay.
How old was the guy?
At that time, I think he was like 46, almost nearly 50.
And you were 16?
Yes, I was 16. I think I was 16, yes. So I didn't want to stay. So she helped me. I moved to another state in Togo, where my mom, my mom is from half Togo and half Africa. So I moved to Togo for one of my aunts. I stayed with her, and she was well-to-do with her husband. I told them, either you let me go to school somewhere, or I am not going to be married. I'm not going back. And my dad really, really loved me. And I called him, I told him, if you don't give me money to do what I want to do, I will do whatever I have to do, but you will not send me back in Niger. And then he sent me money that I needed. My aunt helped me. And that's how I came to US when I was 17. So I know something about self-fulfillment. I know that something was missing inside me. It's not money, because we had money, we had cars, we had homes. It's none of that. I was looking for something more than money.
Why is it that? So, but at 16, have you finished high school that time?
Yeah, I was just finishing high school. I actually finished high school a year early because I was really good in school. I was really good in school. So I actually just finished school. And I have a video. One day, I have a tape for that wedding. And that saved me, because when I came to US, a lot of people were telling me, oh, Aicha, you need to get married because you come with a student visa / visitor visa, so you can have your papers. So you need to get married for somebody, ask dad to send you money, get married, pay the person so you can get paper. I'm like, are you guys out of your mind? I'm running from forced marriage. You guys want me to get married to another person to pay him so I can get my papers? I'm not doing that. So that's why I waited 7 years before I start, and I used my truths. What I was just telling you, I used that to tell immigration, get my asylum, because there were organizations that were helping young girls that flee such a things in U.S. I didn't even know. I knew it after 7 years, and after that 7 years, I got to find somebody that listened to my story and tell my story to immigration, and I had my status in U.S. like that. By the truth, so I knew something
So
about
how long were you married for?
a month. A month. A month. Exact month I left. A month. Yes.
Did he pay?
It was the most hardest month of my life. Not just that month, even the marriage, everything. It was the hardest time of my life. Like, I felt like I was in jail. I felt like I was choking for those times. Yeah.
And police will not do anything?
Well, police, if you know this guy that I'm married to, then you know police cannot do anything. Police in Africa is all about money. It's all about who you know. And from my dad to that guy, I don't think police can do nothing. But and I want to say this for the record, it's not my dad's fault. It's just the culture, my uncles, my aunties, the way the culture is. And I was just the stubborn one. The reason why I didn't want to do it is because my sister passed away. My sister died the same way. My sister died in Holland, married to somebody that she didn't even want. And then I don't know what happened. She died. She was buried there. I never get to see my sister. So I was like, me, Aicha, I'm not going to marry somebody that I don't want, that I don't love, that is no connection. I'm not doing it. And I just know that it's not me. I just knew that it wasn't me. So I didn't want to do it. Yeah.
So how as okay, tell us, let's talk about this book, 7 tips, 7 tips to self-fulfillment. What did you discover in this book?
First of all, I want to say that, DSA, your books, I don't know how you choose your title of your books. Your title doesn't even say what the content of the book is. Your title, like when you say 7 tips of self-fulfillment, when I took the book, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to see points of 7 things I need to do to get self-fulfillment. Or point, like number 1, buy a car, a house. Do this and do that. Like what the world believe that the things you need to get fulfilled. I thought that that's what was in the book. But when I opened the book, it's like a different things. I learned so many things. Like the book, first of all, if you don't appreciate yourself, if you don't know how to love yourself, or you have even self-esteem issues, the book will, even the first paragraph will teach you how to love yourself, because it just tells you that you are a champion for even being alive, being you. Let's say me, Aicha, I am so lucky to be alive because even the conception of it, from the time my mom conceived me and giving birth to me, I have to fight battles before I get here. So for me, that book will give you self-esteem. It will point you that you are not here for nothing. You are here for a reason, So I love that part. That's just the first chapter, So I love that part of the book.
How do you think that this book will change the life of people who are ready?
This book will change the life of people because, number 1, everything that people care about, especially Africans, all the things that we care about, like comparing ourselves to others. You know, a lot of Africans, when I come to US, I realize that a lot of Africans, they even compete with each other. They compare themselves with each other. If one is doing IT, oh, he's doing IT, he's making so much money. So even the person is doing something that maybe they're supposed to be doing, they would just leave it and start doing IT. I met so many people that were doing that. And myself personally, I used to compare myself to others. I'm like, oh, I've been here 7 years, I didn't have paper, but I don't want to do what other people were doing. So it was just like that, constantly compare yourself to others. You won't do that anymore because you will know that you are special, you are unique, and you come here with a special anointing, a special and unique assignment to do for the world. So you won't need to compare yourself to nobody. You will know that you were born a champion. You don't have to compare yourself. It will give you the courage. This one book, if every African can read this book, it will take you through even your life.
This one life. Book.
Say that again.
Just this book, just this one book.
Just this one book. Because in this one book, the book will teach you how to have tenacity in life, to not give up in things you do in life, no matter what it is. Okay, let's talk about right now as we speak, Pastor Sunday. There will be in Nigeria right now. There's so many people in Africa sitting in the churches because they're going through crisis or they're going through some other heartache. So they think that they should pray and shake and cast out the devil, not to have those tragedies. But in this book, you will learn that your tragedies and crises are not a problem. They are like livestock, and they are like something to form you for a greater future, something to open your mind, something to form your character as a human being. So I am just like my
there's a chapter in the book that is called "Crisis is not traffic." Crisis is not a tragedy. They are only traffic lights.
Absolutely, yes. So when I read that part, I kind of believe, and then they say, let me mention this. The reason why I really believe what you write, and when I was reading this book, I completely relate, and I completely know, and the reason why even I listen to all your series and follow you, because personally, I've been through some things, right? And I experienced certain things that when I read your book, it reconciled with me that, and I had a result. You know, I've been through a lot of tragedies when I came here. You know, I've been through some things, but because I didn't give up, today I can say that I'm okay. I didn't die, and nothing happened to me. You know, so I completely agree with everything you say in the book and everything you mentioned in the book. You know, so I learned so much for reading this book that I haven't learned my entire life. I learned so much in this book. I've learned. The churches don't teach you things you write in this book, you know. The churches don't teach you those things. The churches tells you, come to church and pray 9 to evening when you have a problem or when you don't have problems happen to you. They don't tell you the problems. Those are what form your character. And when you go through one obstacle after another, you become a stronger person to affront life, you know. So I know exactly that this book is what I needed, you know, to move on in the next stage of my life. So
if I ask you for 10 lessons that you learned from this book, what would they be?
Okay. Number one, I learned that I am born a champion, and I am not just any kind of person. I am born as an entity, as a person, because God wants me to be the way I am, the way I'm created, the way I am, everything that I am. God created me like that for purpose. Number two, I know also that being in the United States, I'm not going to just work forever for jobs. You know, I'm working I have to work towards finding my purpose and my calling in life so that I can passionately do it. And I also learned in this book that I shouldn't retire. I never think of a motion of retire. You know how Africans or in Africa, they tell you that when you get married, have children, have a car, house, and everything, some money in the account, you're done at 65, you have to retire. But in this book, I learned that even if I'm 70, 90, 101 years old, I don't retire, I retire, never retiring. because once
But
you
but
keep on,
refire.
yes, don't retire, but refire. So, and once you finish one obstacle, you have to use that to create a product or something to help others. It's not the time to lay down and put your feet up that, okay, I've arrived. There's no such a thing in life like you have arrived, And number four, I know also that I have a unique assignment to do. Like I come here for unique assignment, I have to find that purpose, that assignment, and go for it. I also, there's a chapter in the book where you give an example of not giving up on your dream of this movie actor of Stallone, Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester.
Yes, Sylvester Stallone. He have an ambition and he have a dream, and then he, because he sees his goal and his ambition so clearly, he didn't give up. He didn't give up. He pursue. In this book, you will learn to pursue your dream. You will learn to pursue your goal, and without not giving up. You don't get tired of doing it. I also learned about finding your purpose. Like we are born to find a purpose while we are here. We are here for a reason. You are here. You are not here to just to work and have money. And I also learned in this book, I learned so many things. I can go on until tomorrow. I also learned that I'm not here to work for money, but I'm here to work for assignment, for life, to be service to people. I learned also that.
Beautiful. Now, you are saying that you would like this book to be given to everybody in the school system, in high school.
Yeah. Yes. Especially young.
Yeah. What do you think this book could give them, could do to them?
Oh my God. When it comes to young, okay, I remember when I was in high school, like age of 14 or 13, all girls do is imitate okay, let's say that I don't have a character of cheating or stealing or smoking or doing all those things that teenager girls do. But when you see other friends do, because you compare yourself to them, you will just pick up those bad habits that they do. So if a young girl read this book, she will know that I don't have to pick up any bad habit for anybody. I am unique. I am enough. I am good enough to go on with my life as the way I am. I don't have to compare myself to others. I don't have to imitate anybody. I have to focus for who I am in life, I have to focus on the specific, unique assignment that God gave me. And people will not give up in their dreams and their visions that they have because of other people pressure. Like a peer pressure from outside will not be a huge thing for them. So that's why, and if kids know this from the beginning of their life, when they are young, they will carry it until when they grow up. They don't have to worry about anything. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So there are a lot of things in this book that I would like to talk to you about. One of it is the fact that no matter what you attain or what you have achieved, that you shouldn't rest on your laurels.
Yes, absolutely.
So how is that helping you?
Oh my God, that really helped me because, I work with the workforce here in the U.S. And in the U.S., when you start work, the first day you start work, when you are finishing your paperwork, what they plan for you, they tell you that you need to apply for your 401k, you need to apply for things to retire, things that you need to retire. So for me personally, I know that, first of all, I don't have to retire. And I know also that I don't have to, like every breakthrough I will have is a stumbling block for me to help somebody else. You have to keep going. You have to be a chain. Like I cannot rest. Like, okay, I've arrived. When my neighbor or in Niger, there's a little girl over there being forced to marriage, where I can help that girl to not do that and to not accept that. So for me, I know that even though I overcome my obstacle, my problems, I've done what I'm supposed to do, I know that I still have a lot of work to do. And by the grace of God, knowing your teachings, I know that I will get there. I will help a lot of people in my life.
What's your dream about Niger?
honestly, to be honest, my number one dream, if Niger can just stop being a Muslim and stop being a Muslim continent, a religious continent, and just be a free nation, I will be so happy. Because when we take that out of them, is incredible people, good people, loving people, and
But being Muslim doesn't mean they're bad.
yes, I know. That's what I just said. I was just saying that they are good, loving people, but the religion just have a stumble. It blocks certain things. Being
It
religious
limits
blocks
them.
certain. It limits them. It limits them. So if we can only take that out, that would be incredibly good. My dream, and then my dream to Niger is to stop thinking the marriage is the end of everything. Like being the young girls, like there's a kid even getting married at the age of 9 years old in Niger. There's a states in Niger, there's the places in Niger where they have 11 years old, 9 years old, 10-year-old girl being married. If that can only, I know one day I can be able to stop that. Let me not just say if that can stop. That will stop in my lifetime by the grace of God. I want to stop that. I want to empower young girls. If a woman, let's say that every young girl in Nigeria read this book, they will know that they don't have to settle for anything. They will see that they are special, they are unique, they have assignments, they have a purpose and calling, not only being married and having kids. That is success. There's more to life than that.
Yeah, because there is a chapter in the book that says you are greater than who you are
Absolutely.
right now.
Absolutely.
So this book will
Absolutely.
help everyone to know that they could actually become greater, and they are already greater inside of them.
Yes, yes, yes. That I read that part. that when I was reading that part, actually, I was going through little challenge. It was with my son. So when I read that, and I looked at my son in his eye, and I told him, Eli, you are greater than what is happening to you right now. So don't worry, you're gonna be fine. So it's just incredibly amazing. I was even telling somebody, I was talking to somebody this morning. I was telling him, I said, you know what? If I can get GSA, I can get my son to read GSA books by the time he's 20, to read all the 300 books alone. Even if he doesn't graduate college, I'm telling you, I'm so content that he will come out strong in life. He will be fine. So I'm also want to say something. I haven't read a book in 3 years. People, if you are African and you will listen to me, I know we have a busy life, and I know African abroad are running left and right, but we can make time to have a book club, to start reading. Because I started working out this January, and when I started going to my gym, I met like four African girls. There's a Honorine, there's Linda, there's Kelsey, there's other girl, and then we were talking, and we're all in the same school, but I didn't know that we're the same school. And then we're talking, and I'm like, do you guys read books? They're like, no, we don't really book beside the books that we have to read for school. And like, well, why can't we do a book club? Why can't we start reading? You can come to my house. My house is open. You can come to my house. I have plenty of books that we can read, so we can enlighten our mind. So I encourage everybody to read. This year, that's my new year resolution. It wasn't to lose weight or to make more money or to have more babies. It's to read more books. To read more books, and
Yeah,
especially
if you want to
books.
if you want to set up a book club, that means you can actually become a distributor. Apply
Yes,
to
I'm
be a
thinking of
distributor
it.
of my book.
I've been thinking of that. I was telling you last time I want to order 300 books. He was like, oh my God, I know you read it now. 300 books. I'm like, yes, all of those books are GSA books. He's like, GSA wrote 300 books already? How old is GSA? I'm like, he's 50. You see, you sleeping. You better get up. You better get up. He's like, oh, he was shocked. So I have that in mind, that I want to buy all those books and start having a book club in my house for unique African ladies, so we
Yeah,
can read
because
unique
not
things.
just for the book club, but for selling, so that you could make some money by the side as well.
Yeah, that's something now I can do that too. I
Because
can do that too.
we give everybody the opportunity to become a distributor of the books, and actually sell the books and make money for themselves. And besides that, then you could also have a book club. I think all the distributors should actually be told to have a book club,
Book,
which will also be
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
okay, let me tell you a chapter in this book. I want to know how you relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about your best, because everybody say I'm doing my best. I'm trying my best. And in this book I wrote about forget about your best.
I saw that. I was like, oh my God, I say you better wake up, you know. And that, I mean, I personally needed to hear that, you know, because sometimes I'm like, well, I'm working, I have a son, I have this, I'm doing my best, but I have to do more than my best, you know. So that's something that I know, that life is not to just come here and relax. Life is working entirely your entire life, and fulfill something greater than yourself. You know, you only think about, I did my best, when you only focus on yourself. But when you are focused on fulfilling a specific assignment and being a service to other, you know, you don't get tired. You don't get tired, and you don't think about, oh, I did my best. So I love that chapter too. It was my favorite, one of my favorite chapters.
There is another chapter where I spoke about intuition. You are a lady. I thought you that might be interesting to you. What do you think about that one?
Pastor Sunday,
What is your intuition telling you? How to
no,
work with your intuition?
Pastor Sunday, to be honest with you, when I was growing up, my dad, and even as I speak to you, if I didn't send Eli and Eugene out, you could have asked my husband, he would tell you. I have a very strong intuition. Like, I was, and then I used to think that something is wrong with me for having that, you know. But when I read that part, I'm like, oh my, and this book really, really boosts my confidence, Pastor Sunday. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I knew that all those things that I was doing and I was up to, I am not crazy, because intuition is everything in life. You know, if we can only listen to ourselves and tune to our intuition, I'm telling you, we won't be fooled by those pastors, those religious cabals. You know, sometimes we can feel and see and hear more than those religious cabal can, you know. So I love that part of the book too. I mean, the entire book is my favorite. I can keep saying every chapter is my favorite. The entire book is loaded, you know. And this is the one book I read. I have other books on my Kindle. I will read a little, just the thing, and but this year I will focus. I will read every single book by the grace of God. Yes. And also when I read that part of the book, when I read the intuition part, when I read all the book, I see God speaking to us. Like Pastor Sunday, I see God in your book, because I see like a Bible, but you just try to make it practical for people to use. I see God in every word in that book. I see God in every chapter in that book, because it just the expectation of God for us, you know. So I am really, really grateful the way you put things together. You use your spirituality, you use God, you use the Bible, but you make it just practical for people, everybody to understand and live by. If anyone can read your book, even if it's one book you read, your life will be transformed, you know.
How
So
has
I
your
am,
life changed since you came across DSA?
oh my God, Pastor Sunday, my life has changed like tremendous. Before I come across your platform, I was doing two jobs, you know. I was working somewhere and work somewhere else, because my husband was busy building a business. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. But when I started listening to your teachings, I listened to prayer series that really changed my life. I listened to the food series that changed my life.
That's on
And
YouTube. On YouTube. On
I
YouTube.
look on Sunday at Abdoulaye official, and when I make look everywhere I go, I have a pen and paper with me. I will tell people, do you know Sunday Abdoulaye? Okay, he's from Nigeria. You're from Nigeria, right? Check him on YouTube. And I got calls. I have two Facebook page. The other page, I have more followers inside, and I completely forgot the password. But because I want the people that are on that page to know you, I was sleeping and then the password come to my mind. I put it in and the password come and I connect now. I connect my live, your live broadcast to that page and a lot of Africans are calling me, oh my God, who is this guy? How did you come across to him? I'm like, yeah, just keep watching. Go to Sunday Abdoulaye official, watch the videos and you won't be deceived anymore. You'll be free from all those things that you do. So how's my life changed? Pastor Sunday, my life changed greatly because I was doing 2 jobs. I stopped doing the 2 jobs because I know I'm not supposed to be working for Uncle Sam. So I stopped doing the 2 jobs. I work only 1 job and I work part-time, because in the mornings I start school. I didn't start school yet. I started September, but I did all the arrangements that I have to do. I know that I have to get knowledge. I know that I have to be service to the world. I'm not here to just work and live for me and my husband and myself. I'm here to be a service, an assignment. And I know I'm not start living yet until I start living for others. So I am super excited for life. My life has completely changed because even my husband, when he says something that's before, I'm like the perfect African girl. When he says something, I'll be like, okay, yes, yeah. But now I'm like, no. Jesus said that, and here's the book. Here's the way he said, here's the proof. Either we do it this way, and it works for us, and that even when it comes to money and finances and everything, he's reading the money will make you rich. He's reading it now. So I don't know what my next book should be, but I'm scared to read it, but I will read it. I will read it. Don't work for Uncle Sam, I know.
That's what you want to read, eh?
I want to read that, and I want to read how to put core value in children because I have a small child. I really, and when I saw Pearl and your son and what is the other daughter name?
Zoe.
Yes, Zoe, and I saw the way they're so well behaved. I saw your son how he's so well behaved. I want Eli to be the same way. So all your book about children and parenting, I really want to read it. How to what is that book name? I have it in the Kindle. Let me find
how to build a core value in children. How to build core values in children.
Yes, I wanna read that one. Yeah. How to create core value in a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to read that next, and I want to read The Law of Difference. I have all of your books in my Kindle Unlimited. I just have to. I want to read.
Kindle Unlimited is great because you can have them all for free.
Yes. Most of them are for free. So, money won't make you rich and sorted by ungodliness. I want to read all of those books so I can be able to empower myself and to be strong enough for life,
I heard that you are telling everybody, you just said it now, you are telling everybody about DSA and about my YouTube page, Sunday Abdoulaye Official. And I know that you are talking about a family, a Nigerian family near you. Tell me about that story.
So there's a Nigerian family here in my neighborhood. She's like 2 minutes from my house. Her name is Remy, and she and her husband, we all used to go to church and everything. And when I come across you, I told them about it. And then they were like, are you sure? Nigerian pastors are not serious, so Aicha, don't deceive yourself. We are not.
They stop going to church altogether?
No, they don't go to church. They don't. At least me sometimes, because of my son, I took him to church to go to Sunday classes because I want him really to have. He's only 3, so. But they personally, her son went to college. Her daughter is finishing high school, and she's like, no, they pray home. And we have a fellowship sometimes, my husband and I, and her husband and her daughter. We have fellowship sometimes. We discuss you. We discuss your teaching. We discuss what you're doing, and they are so incredibly happy, proud that at least one Nigerian pastor come out that is not fake, that is doing the right thing. And there's so many, and they have friends. They have this set of friends that are in Nigeria, that are in Dubai, that are also listening to you. And they're like, oh my God, and because of what you're doing, their mind now is turning to Nigeria. They want to go to Nigeria. They want to do something in Nigeria. Before they're like, no, it's impossible. We're not going back to Nigeria. you know.
So they come to DSA platform, they come to live broadcast?
She doesn't come to live broadcast because at that time, I think she's a real estate. She doesn't really work for nobody. She works for herself.
They are using YouTube, right?
They're using YouTube and they're watching. And then I have a woman, a pastor in Minnesota with his wife. They're from Nigeria. And because I'm sharing on my other page that I was talking to you about, she called me and she said, Aisha, you listen to Dr. Sunday Adilaja? I heard you call on live broadcast. That's incredibly amazing. But you know, me and my husband, we can call. We can just listen underground because we're connected to those pastors. We are. I'm telling you, dear, she told me this personally. I won't mention him or anything, but she told me that. But they are so proud of you. They are so happy about what you're doing. And they know it's the truth about what you're doing. So, and anybody, the reason why somebody that said that he's an atheist, that would, like, you know, some guys who will come and talk to you for Sunday, is because they see the truth. You know, you say everything that you say is about the truth. You know, it's the truth. So I'm so grateful for you, for your family, for what you do, because it's incredibly amazing what you do. You know, there's one thing that I learned also in this book. I learned that failure is not accomplishing things that you set to do. You know, failure is not finding your purpose in life and pursuing it.
That's the biggest failure.
That's the biggest failure. For me, this book helped me to realize that, you know. So I really encourage a lot of people to really read, even if it's one book a month, just try to read, you know, and you will be free from all of those all of those unnecessary things that is happening right now in churches and in Africa, you know.
So you wanted to go back to Islam, but after you started listening, you what is it about? You don't want to go to Islam again?
No, Pastor Sunday, I don't want to go back to Islam. I wanted to go back to Islam because in the church it was too much drama. It was too much something that does. Okay, let me mention this to you, Pastor Sunday. When I stopped going to African church in my neighborhood, there's a church called Church of Redeemer. It's a white church, right? When I used to go to African church and go there sometimes, I don't reconcile. But when I stopped going to African church and I listen to you and listen to this white pastor, Pastor Sunday, I reconcile. It's peaceful. It's truth. You know? So there's something fundamentally wrong with African churches. They don't teach the truth. They don't teach the kingdom. I think they teach their ambition and the money they want to make and what they want to do with themselves. It's not about kingdom. It's not about Heavenly Father. It's about the pastor and about the GO and the bishop.
Somebody is asking, what is the book we are reviewing? The book is called 7 Tips.
Self-fulfillment.
7 Tips to Self-Fulfillment. 7 Tips to Self-Fulfillment. 7 Tips to Self-Fulfillment in Life. 7 Tips to Self-Fulfillment in Life. But also, this is another book I think every African needs to read. How Africans Brought Civilization to Europe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think every African needs to read that.
Pastor Sunday, you know, you've been showing that book, and I never wanted to read. I'm like, that's too big. Oh my God, when am I going to finish? But when Donald Trump said what he said, I immediately handle that book. I immediately choose that book to read, you know, because if we know who we are, no matter what anybody say about you, you won't mind the person. You won't care.
Yeah. And then another one here is saying, discovering the purpose and calling of nations.
Pastor Madison is reading that right now.
Who is reading it?
Pastor Madison.
Yes, Pastor Madison from Cameroon.
From Cameroon, from Chicago. He's one of my mentor, pastor, you know, before I come across to you. Yes.
So how do you know is this what book he's reading?
Because you asked him to do that, because when he called to participate in live show, and you tell him to read this because he's really interested. He wants to go to Africa and do something in Cameroon too. So he really, and then you advised him to read those books. So
and you know he's reading it?
He is reading. He wants to review it with. I'm about to tell Julie after we finish. He wants to review that book with you. Yes.
Oh, good, beautiful. All
Yes.
right. Uh, then what about this one? What do you think about this? Why losing your job is the best thing that could happen to you?
But the fact I'm scared to read that book because I know it's going
Especially when you are in America.
yes. And so to everywhere, Pastor Sunday. But Pastor Sunday, let me say something though. When we did the Law and Order, the HMT, that's why if I can just look at HMT online and be so touched to arrange my closet, my house, my kitchen, my son, my car, my everything. I can't wait to come to HMT because when you did law and order, it really helped me and my husband to really sit down and say, okay, where are we? Where are we going? How are we entangling ourselves with all of those things? And we change things around. We really did.
Are you planning to come to? Are you planning to come to HMT in April? Maybe you don't know yet.
I don't know yet. I'm trying so hard because of work.
I think we are going to do another one in July.
Yes, maybe.
And maybe and November as well. Maybe if I'm still going to be in Ukraine, November.
I pray that you are. Not really. I want you to go to Nigeria, but Pastor Madison was telling me that we need to go to HMT, and I was telling him yes, we're going to go to HMT. But June he was going to be in Cameroon to meet with the president or something, do some things. So he told me. Say that again. So say that again.
Julie is going to be in Cameroon.
No. In June, Pastor Madison,
okay.
But he said that if you have something in July, maybe we'll be able to come July 1.
Yes.
So we're planning. We're really planning. We want to come. My husband never talked to you, but he's really number one of your friend. He wants to come too.
Okay, good. What about this? What about this book here? Work is better than vacation. Labor better than favor.
Oh, Pastor Sunday, this book that I'm reviewing right now, the last chapter talk about hard work. How you have to work hard in life.
In many of my books, I talk about hard work.
Yeah, the last chapter it was talking about hard work. How when you work hard in life, you will know when it's time that okay, I really did my best.
Yes, because really work is better than vacation, but unfortunately, many people are looking for vacation. And
because
labor,
the church is telling them, church is making
church,
dream.
yeah.
Church is making them dream.
And labor is better than favor. But most people don't seem to know that.
True. And this labor is better than favor thing. I think even Muslim people know that concept better than Christians.
Yes.
Because Muslim people will serve you even to their last,
Yes.
But when I come to start going to church and I'm like, I'm confused. When you in the run church or run a sector, it's like most selfish thing. They all think about me. It's never about we or other people. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. What about this one? Don't eat tomorrow's food today.
That's exactly what we start and talk about. And let me tell you, the problem with your books is they are connected. If you can read one book, it's easier to read other books and you just understand. It will make your life better. Because after HMT and after me reading this book, I tell my husband, we don't need all those note cards. The cards that you take on loan and you pay every monthly fee. We return, like I have a work car. It's not like a brand like a Mercedes or BMW, but it's a decent car that does everything that's normal. Ensure everything is paid. But I was like, Sunday going to church because you want to show off, you have to drive different car. So because we stopped going to African church, we don't really go to African church. We didn't need those things. So we don't even have car on any how do you call it? Any loan anymore. We don't have those cars that
good.
We don't. We are stopping. You see, I have a work phone and I have my phone. But I'm trying to get rid of my phone and just keep work phone because that's what you need. And if you do those things, you don't eat tomorrow food because having those things, you are indeed eating tomorrow food.
Then I have this one, excellence, the key to elevation. Excellence, your key to elevation. It's about
Wow.
promotion by doing everything the best. If you are the best
Wow.
in wherever you are, there is no way you will not get promotion in life.
That's true.
And then,
Diligent.
yeah, diligence, yeah.
Diligent.
And then, pastor, face your calling. This about people saying, just stay in the church, just preach, don't just do this, don't go to politics, don't go to other area. But this one is to let people know that no, we are called to go to every sphere of life.
Absolutely. You know, and Pastor Sunday, you are the only pastor that I met that said that. Can you believe that? You're the only pastor that I met that said, you are not called to just sit in the church. You are called to go in the sphere of life and then take God wherever you go. You know, people tell you you can be an actress, you can be a musician, you can be this because you are Christian. That is the wrong thing to do. And a lot of people in Africa sitting in church, even in America, you know, thinking that that's how it's supposed to be. So that's why I can't get tired of sharing your messages. I can get tired of sharing your stories, who you are, and what you're teaching, what you stand for, because it's a life changing, Pastor Sunday. And I want to say something. Like everything you are doing is for purpose, and I believe God really called you to do this. And every time you say God spoke to you, when I read your books, I can see clearly God did indeed speak to you. You know, it's not a joke thing. It's not a fallacy. It's the truth. You know, it's the truth. And
I have another one here. It's called How to Win in Life.
maybe I need to read that one too.
How to win, yes, how to win in life.
Yes.
Because people wonder, why is it that some people win in life, some people everything works for them, and some people nothing works for them? It's because they don't know that there are principles, there are formulas for this. And so, so if you want to do your bookshop or not bookshop, book club, it's good to also be a distributor. Anybody could apply to be a distributor. And like the way to do it, just to write to my blog, to my office, dssbooks@gmail.com, dss, one word, dssbooks@gmail.com. And they will be able to buy the book cheaper than on Amazon, and they can also become distributors of the book. But they could also buy the book on Amazon or read the books for free. What people don't know is that they can read them for free if they are on unlimited. More than about 70% of my books are there for free. So so you know what I'm talking about. You read them for free, right?
Yes.
Then I have another book here. It's called I Am a Person. Am I a Personality?
Oh, Pastor Sunday, you know I watch HMT on personalities.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
And I know that for me personally, Pastor Sunday, I think that I was born equipped to be a personality until I come to church. Because I remember,
so church reduces people, deprives them. That is religion. That's what religion does.
Because I remember that when I was a kid and I was in Niger and I was in school, my brother, my sister on Facebook, they can testify this. When I go to schools, like the schools that I go to private school, but around my school, there's other public school where struggling kids cannot eat for when they take a break. It's called recreation. When they take a break, they can eat. So what I do, I go and I pick up all those kids. I bring them to my dad at home. I ask him to buy food for those. And until today, on my page, there's the people that I helped when I was a kid that telling me, oh, Aicha, do you remember me? You used to bring me to your dad home, and your dad took my family in, and that changed my life. That's why I'll be able to finish my school. And I feel like thank God I met you, because God equipped me since I was a child to care about people, to care about the needs of people, love people. But when I become a Christian, and I thought that should be the thing, but what I saw in church wasn't what I knew. So it kind of makes me forget myself a little bit. But thank God of knowing you. Thank God of reading these books and listen to your teachings online. That really is making my true me come back again to myself. So I really appreciate
that's why it's important that we actually spread the message and spread the books, so that people, especially in Africa, will be set free from the clutches of religion. Religion has really, both Christian religion and Muslim religion, have really
Absolutely.
done a lot of damage to our people in Africa, and we
Absolutely.
need to set them
Absolutely.
free. Well,
That is
before this is the book we are reviewing. This 7 Tips to Self-Fulfillment is the name of the book. 7 Tips to Self-Fulfillment in Life. Before I go, what would you like to tell our friends who are watching?
Oh my goodness, you are at the right place, you know. Don't let nothing you see, I never Googled GSA personally because I know indeed that everything GSA is saying, because I have some experiences, I match with everything he's saying and doing, that he's the truth. He's the key to liberating Africa and Nigeria. I encourage everyone watching me now, read GSA, at least listen to his tapes. Don't just come one time live and judge. Go on Sunday Abdoulaye official on YouTube. Read, like listen to all those messages. It's gonna change your life. You will never remain the same. You're not gonna be. There's no way you will read even one DSA book and become a mediocre or become someone that is not gonna succeed in life. So keep listening to DSA. Keep praying for him, keep sharing the messages, equip yourself with the reading, and let's go and change Nigeria. When Nigeria change, I know every African continent, every part of Africa will change. So JSA, I am super grateful for you. I am grateful for Maiwa, Julie, Dr. Victor, Dr. Anu. They're such, I used to feel like I don't have, even though I have a brothers and sisters, I used to feel alone because I changed my religion, you know. But now I am not alone. DSA family is a true family. I talk to a lot of women that inspire me, encourage me. So just stay close, stay unified, and let's run beyond. Let's stay beyond DSA, and then let's go transform Nigeria. Register for Nigeria transformation. You know, work hard. Don't just dream. Work hard. Don't dream. Work hard. You know. So I'm
Thank
so
you so
grateful.
much, Aisha. Someone is writing here and gave the address how to buy the book. All the 2 addresses you wrote is wrong. DSA books, no, not DSA books. DSS books. This is Man Eichmann is DSS, and then you wrote the other one, DSS with what do you call it? Apostate, yeah, not apostate, not without that mark on the S. Just one word, DSAS, one word, DSAS books, not book, books, DSAS, one word, books, one word too. So everything is one word. DSS books, one word. DSS books at gmail.com. Okay, Joseph just wrote it right. No, what you wrote, Joseph, is not right too. DSS books S at the end. DSS books at gmail.com. No, you wrote it wrong again. Yes, I wrote it right now. Yes. Yeah, but you could get them on, that is if you want to get them cheaper, or you want to distribute, or you want to buy, something like that. That's when you write to dssbooks at gmail.com.
Yes.
But if you want to buy them just to read and you cannot wait, you can buy them all on Amazon. If you're in Africa, you can buy them on okadabooks.com, or you could buy them with Chioma. That's a lady in Lagos that is distributing the books. Yes, you wanted to do something, Aicha?
Yes, Pastor Sunday. I'm just clearing my schedule, my everything, and I will indeed distribute your books, because if I want to have a book club, people will want to buy them because your books are life changing. There's no way anybody will read the books and then will be like, oh my God, I regret buying it. No way, no way. So I will definitely talk with Julie or Maiwa and figure out how I'm going to do this. But I'm clearing my schedule. I just don't like to take commitments where I'm not fully invested in it. And I will clear my schedule and I will try. Even if I have to come live anytime and talk about books and sell them, I will do that. Definitely. It's worth it. It's worth it. And it's also a kind of way of living for others too, because I get the truth and the entire world has to know the truth, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I will be coming on in the next 40 minutes. In the next 40 minutes, we'll be coming on. But today, I'm going to be talking on something that is very, very, going to be very, very sensitive to Nigerians. It is the herdsman, Fulani herdsman's killing is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. And I'm going to be talking on political question, very political issue. Fulani's herdsman killings in Nigeria and how to respond to that. So in the next 40 minutes, that's what we'll be doing. So thank you so much, Aicha, and I hope you'll be there tonight.
Yes, I will, definitely. I won't miss. I don't miss a bit. So thank you so much, Maiwa. Thank you, everyone.
Greet your husband and greet your son.
Thank you so much.
God bless you now. Bye.